Today in the cryptocurrency news, we learned that 64% of the Bitcoin supply did not move since 2018. The FBI arrested an Ethereum developer, Virgil Griffith, to have traveled to North Korea and discussed blockchain technologies. Vertcoin has suffered from a 51% attack that could have cost more to the attacker than what they could stole. And a few more stories. Let's dive right in. Hello everyone, welcome to Trading. I'm Mark, your host, and in today's cryptocurrency news, we learn on Coin Telegraph that 64% of the Bitcoin supply did not move since 2018, meaning that it's a hodler market. That was the conclusion of the Twitter user Rhythm, who uploaded statistics about the Bitcoin network activity. Currently, there's 18,080,000 Bitcoins that has been mined since the beginning of the Bitcoin blockchain. And on these, 11.58 million Bitcoins did not move since a year. During that last year, Bitcoin passed from $3,100 in last December to a high of $13,800 6 months ago. But the data is clear. The majority of the Bitcoin owner did not sell and did not even move their Bitcoins. This proves us that the average investors in Bitcoins are there for the long-term gain and not for short-term profits. Moving on to CoinDesk.com, we learn that the CEO of Bakkt, Kelly Loeffler, will be asked to sit in Georgia's seat in the Senate. Loeffler will likely be asked next week to serve as the replacement of U.S. Senator Johnny Isakson, who has announced that he is planning on vacating his seat on December 31st, according to a report by the Atlanta's Journal-Constitutions. Loeffler will then be in the Senate until the special elections in November 2020. I see this as a good news in general for cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. As someone that's knowledgeable about Bitcoins and different cryptocurrencies will be sitting in the Senate. That's great. Although this news is way better for Bitcoin derivative product like the Bitcoin future Bakkt than it is for normal cryptocurrencies exchange. Moving back to Cointelegraph, we learned that the website Paxful, a platform for peer-to-peer exchange of cryptocurrencies, is set to challenge local Bitcoins in trading volumes. Last week, Paxful closed the week with close to $30 million in peer-to-peer Bitcoin trades. Local Bitcoin, a much older platform for peer-to-peer transactions of Bitcoins, remain broadly in the $40-60 million weekly, although the last few months have seen a downturn with consistently less than $40 million every week. One of the features of Paxful that make it very attractive for some is that it allows its user to exchange gift cards for cryptocurrencies. So for people living in country where their bank system don't allow to buy cryptocurrencies, or for people not having access to credit cards, it's a very easy way to buy a gift card in a stores, an Apple or an Amazon gift card, and exchange this gift card for cryptocurrencies then. On ccn.com, we learned that an Ethereum developer, Virgil Griffith, has been arrested at the Los Angeles airport on Thanksgiving to have traveled to North Korea and discuss blockchain technology. So apparently, Virgil Griffith asked the permission of the US to travel to North Korea and got denied. But he still did it, went to North Korea and discussed blockchain technology, I imagine Ethereum blockchain technology especially. The Manhattan US Attorney Office announced Virgil's arrest in a press release. And the US Attorney claimed that Virgil Griffith provided highly technical information to North Korea, knowing that these information could be used to help North Korea launder money and evade sanctions. In allegedly doing so, Griffith jeopardized the sanctions that both Congress and the President have enacted to place maximum pressure on North Korea's dangerous regime. Virgil is affirming that he didn't speak about anything that's not available online, meaning that all the technical information that he could have give was already available on the internet for anyone that wants to learn about them. Now today we're learning that a renowned trial attorney, Brian Klein, will represent Virgil Griffith. Back on Coin Telegraph, we learned that Morgan Creek digital executive are predicting that the next Bitcoin halving will be a non-event. So the next Bitcoin halving is set for May 2020. So this is when the Bitcoin's reward for each block of transactions will pass from 12.5 Bitcoin every 10 minutes, as it is currently, to 6.25 Bitcoins every 10 minutes after May 2020. So far, history has shown that the halving has a huge impact on the market price of the Bitcoin because it affects a lot the offer and the demand, especially the offer, reducing the offer of new Bitcoins by half. So in the news, Jason Williams, co-founder at digital asset fund Morgan Creek Digital, said that unlike many others, he believes market will not move as a result of the halving next May. Others, such as mining giant Bitmain CEO Jihan Wu, shares Williams' lack of excitement. Many are saying that the halving is already priced in the Bitcoin price. Many others say that it's not priced in. Anthony Pampliano tweeted at the beginning of November, the Bitcoin halving is not priced in. Personally, I love to look at predictions. I hate believing in them. So instead, I focus on a day-by-day living this Bitcoin's journey with you. I do believe, though, that the result of the halving will have a strong impact on the Bitcoin price because I do believe that most of the Bitcoins we see on sale every day are the result of the mining, so Bitcoins that are created recently. So if you remove half of the reward, there's half less Bitcoin in circulations on the markets, and the price should then go up. On CoinDesk, we learned that the cryptocurrency exchange Huobi has potentially found a way to circumvent the potential ban on cryptocurrency payments that Russia wants to apply. So on Friday news, I was mentioning that Russia is possibly planning a ban on all cryptocurrency payments, making it impossible to transact Bitcoins for fiat money, rubles in that case. But Huobi Russia, a Moscow-based franchise of the Singapore-based crypto exchange, has launched a Russian ruble deposit and will soon have its own token listing services. By proceeding these deposits via a bank in Uzbekistan, where Huobi Russia legal entity has secured an approval letter from the country Justice Ministry. The document was issued by the Agency of State Service under the Ministry of Justice of Uzbekistan and featuring Huobi Russia as an addresses. It states that the ministry considers the operations related with digital assets, software, and IT consulting as not prohibited by the applicable law. On Friday's news, when I was mentioning that Russia is looking at banning cryptocurrency payments, I conclude the news by saying that it's impossible to effectively ban any cryptocurrency payment. This is the proof. Even if Russia banned cryptocurrency payments, another country next door is now making it even easier to make it happen. So then Russia becomes the loser and Uzbekistan will pick up the slack. On CoinDesk, we learned that Vertcoin has suffered from a 51% attack. The idea behind a 51% attack is to rent or purchase enough computing power to direct to a blockchain to have 51% of the computing power of the blockchain. And in that case, you can reorganize block of transactions to steal money from other wallet and transfer them to your own wallet. By reorganizing or recreating each block of transaction, you also get the block reward of these block of transactions. This is a security issue that are especially vulnerable smaller blockchain that have much lower computing power that are directed to them. So if there's only 100 computers running Vertcoin blockchain, for example, you only need 101 computers that you control to take over the network. But in the case of Bitcoin, for example, it's such a large network that it's almost impossible to take the majority of the Bitcoin network. So Vertcoin is a fork of Bitcoins that occurred in 2014. But its token, the VTC, is not traded on many exchanges anymore, with Bittrex being almost the only major cryptocurrency exchange that accepts it. But Bittrex detected the attack before the attacker could exchange their Vertcoins on the platforms. So they disabled their Vertcoin wallet before these tokens could be exchanged on the exchange, leaving the attacker with the only gain of gaining the block reward for each of these blocks. So versus the amount that they must have paid to rent this computing power necessary for this attack, and the amount that they could finally stole, they definitely lost a few bucks. So it's estimated that the attacker could have lost up to $4,000 in this attack. Still on Coin Telegraph, we learned that last week cryptocurrencies exchange hack Upbeat, the 342,000 Ethereum that has been stolen are now on the move. So again, Whale Alert, a Twitter bot that tweets all the largest cryptocurrency transactions that happen on public blockchains, was the first one last week to flag the 342,000 Ethereum stolen. Today's is flagging transactions of 10,000 Ethereum moving from unknown address to another unknown address, the equivalent of $1.5 million. So far, a total of 6 transactions like these to unknown wallet has been completed. Upbeat, for his part, has claimed that the fund loss will be covered by the company, so the user won't lose any fund. Now it's time for a daily price update. Today we have Bitcoin at $7,317, an increase of 0.39% since yesterday. Ethereum is at $147, a drop of 0.3%. Ripple is at 21 cents, an increase of 0.25%. Bitcoin Cash is at $214, an increase of 0.39%. Litecoin is at $45, a drop of 0.096%. EOS is at $2.68, a drop of 0.64%. Binance Coin is at 15.35%, an increase of 0.55%. Stellar Lumens is at 5 cents, a drop of 1.12%. Tron is at 1 cent, an increase of 0.41%. Cardano is at 3 cents, an increase of 0.28%. Monero is at $55, an increase of 3.50%. Chainlink is at $2.15, an increase of 2.50%. Now let's pass to our daily movers. So the biggest winner of the day. First, we have Vertcoin with an increase of 18%. In second place, we have DentaCoin with an increase of 15%. In third place, we have Ethereum with an increase of 14%. And our biggest loser of the day, we have in first place Metronome with a drop of 16%. Game Credit with a drop of 10%. And Sturm with a drop of 9%. Now let's move to my favorite memes of the day. So on Reddit, Bitcoin subreddit, I see this meme. Remember, the force will be with you always. And on Instagram, from user satoshi.voice, this meme, 2017 versus 2019. Thank you very much to have watched this video till the end. If you like this video, please smash the like button. That helped me a lot. And if you have any comment or suggestion, leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you like these videos. And on that, have a great day.